Alrighty, so the news is out, and yeah, it's a little bit later than I was expecting. I was expecting it to be out an hour ago because this is an actual like content patch, but I don't know. It seems like it's also going to be, well, I think it's at normal time because 9 p.m. for me is 12 p.m. or like 12 a.m. I guess. So I guess it's around the same time, but it's still a 3-hour maintenance. So maybe it has been a little bit earlier than that. I can't remember at this point. I'm all over the place. But either way, we're going to hop into the news today. So if you're new to the channel or, you're new here or whatever the case may be, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. Because I think we're getting kind of close to 11K, which is pretty cool. So I don't know. Feel free. You don't have to, of course, but be cool. Anyway, we have the Halloween update for this year, and I think a lot of people were pretty excited about this one because I think it was last year or the year before, there was a couple of leaks or rumors that there was going to be a Halloween Escanor, and I think people are still holding on to hope that there's going to be a new Escanor at some point. But instead, we got an Easton, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but this will be the 5th Easton in the game. And I don't know, people just are not very happy with her. She's not really all that good, and that's pretty much the whole extent of it. If you want Halloween units, this is a decent banner, I guess, because obviously all of the Halloween units are on it. But I don't know, the unit as a whole is not great. I've already seen gameplay and stuff like that from the JP servers, of course, and looking like a hard pass. So the only thing that I would even really want to summon for her for is so that way it's not another Christmas Lilia situation for me, which if you don't know, I don't have Christmas Lilia, and at this point she's almost a year old, so big win there for me, I guess. The only reason I didn't summon for her originally was because she didn't seem that impressive at the time, and then she got a holy relic that made her incredibly good. So obviously the banner was gone at that point by the time of her getting a holy relic, which was very unfortunate, but you shouldn't have to worry about that with this character because Awakened Easton already has a holy relic, and it doesn't even really help her at all in this scenario. I mean, she does have like a dissolve card or a card that removes ultimate move gauge, which I guess is helpful, but she doesn't deal a whole lot of damage. She has a flood card and she still can't really do a whole lot of damage. Her whole gimmick is that she has one of those passives where if you kill an enemy at the end of the turn, all of the enemies lose 2 ultimate move gauge, so it's kind of helpful to for some sort of ult control or to I don't know, just be able to sort of take care of enemies who are trying to ult rush and stuff like that. But this will be the 3rd unit in the game that has an option like that. If you don't know, Athena from the KOF collab originally had it, and obviously because she's a collab character, it's not super easily accessible. But Garod, the fairy that nobody uses ever, also got that sort of treatment with her holy relic, and obviously that's not really a character that you would want to invest into and everything, so the only thing she has going for her is that she has that, and she's a bit newer. She doesn't have as bad of stats and stuff like that as the old, or as Garod does. She does work in the sub slot and everything, which is fine, but she also wants to be paired with a pure human team, which kind of limits her in some scenarios, and it just, I don't know, she's just not great. She kind of looks cool. I kind of dig the whole, Halloween aesthetic on her. I think she looks fine, but overall, not looking like a great unit. So if you're good and you're still saving up for the end of the year banner, which I think a lot of people are, because there's supposed to be some sort of festival or whatever for New Year's like there was last year. Everybody's kind of hoping that that's going to be a really good banner, so this should give you even more reason to keep saving your gems and skip this banner. So there is also going to be a new artifact card set, which you'll get some rewards, or some of the cards from the bingo event and the other 2 from the Halloween Belmoth and Original Demon exchange shop. And then it increases human allies damage dealt by X% in Knighthood boss battle. So if I'm not mistaken, I think Akumu, which is the guy who has the sword and shield kind of deal, not Belgius, who has the 2 swords, but Akumu has the sword and the shield. All right, I don't know if it's really technically a sword. It's like his hand, but it has like a blade on it or whatever you want to call it. The best team for that one is specifically the Bond team, so I guess it would help in that scenario, but I can't really see this being all that useful if I'm being completely honest. So either way, there are obviously going to be new bundles, which is fine if you're interested in spending money on the game. Obviously, there's going to be Easton tickets and everything for her banner. It looks like there's a 50 million download celebration Holy Relic material selection bundle. So you buy this, you get 1 million gold guaranteed, and then you can choose one of each of, or like one of the rewards of each of these rows. So you can basically choose like, oh, I want the dog stones, and I want demon materials, or the demon cubes, along with, you know, the green pizza slices. I don't know what to call these anymore. I really don't know what they're called. I should know that by now, but I don't. There's also 2 new bundles. One for, it looks like just like level 100 materials for, you know, limit breaking, which is fine. Kind of unfortunate it doesn't come with SSR pendants. SSR pendants are the huge bottleneck for level 100 at the moment, and looks like it's literally just going to be bypassing doing the raids, which is not a good bundle in my opinion. If it's gonna be something to entice you to spend money, it needs to be something that I can't already do. Like, I mean, I would punch myself in the face if I was going to buy this bundle instead of just playing the game and getting the materials. Like, I understand, you know, sometimes you get lazy. You're like, I don't want to run 1 million OG demons or whatever. But at the moment, you can consecutive clear and get a lot of these materials really easily. So if you're buying this, I'm sorry, but no good. Don't do that. 100 awakening stones is kind of interesting. That needs to be a cheap bundle if you're going to buy that, I guess. They are also resetting the limit on these 2 bundles. This one is like almost $50. It's like $45 or something like that. And it's kind of enticing because it's a pretty good amount of hammers and a good amount of anvils. But that's almost $50. I don't think I could justify buying that. I thought about buying this one, but even then, it's like $23 or something like that, which isn't terrible considering, you know, how much you have to farm to get these things. But I don't know. I can't really bring myself to do it. System updates, rankings tab in Brawl. So now there's going to be a little rankings button, which is cool, I guess. Auto set teams in Brawl. You can now auto set teams from other ranked knights in Brawl. Okay, so that's kind of interesting. So if there's like a really good team or popular team, you can just auto make it, or you can just make it to where it automatically sets that as one of your teams. That's kind of cool, I guess, if you have the units for it. Countdown for check-in events. So now, if it's a limited time check-in event, it's going to show above how long it lasts, which is good. Improve the display of rankings. That's fine, I guess. Anything to make it better, I guess. Improve the animation of the training grotto. The animation for opening the illusion amber in the training grotto is now quicker. This one is actually kind of nice because I've noticed if you skip ticket your way through the training grotto like I do nowadays, the only thing that takes forever is whenever it's doing the animation to pull up the illusion amber, and then nothing happens for a second, and then some like red text pulls up. But you can right click if you at the right time, and it'll kind of skip that animation or whatever a little bit. But even then, it is kind of longer than it needs to be. So I'm kind of glad they changed that. This is the big one, I think, for most people because people aren't super interested in the new Easton. They are finally giving a new cosmetic set to Assault Mode Meliodas, along with Estarossa and Ominous Nebula Zeldris, which is good because obviously these characters have been missing cosmetics, or like they've been missing the 5th weapon that they've needed for quite some time. Obviously these 2 since they released, which hasn't been too long, but Assault Mode is 2 years old at this point. And yeah, I don't know. He probably should have gotten this a long time ago. I have to commend them, though. These are some really cool looking sets. I don't know. It's just the Assault Mode one is really cool. I love it, and I'm gonna buy it. You should know. But it's almost too little too late. Like, even if you're a demon main, I feel like if you're running Zeldris, more than likely you're probably going to want to, like, if you're running Ominous Nebula Zeldris over Festival Zeldris, you're probably going to want to run Trader Meliodas instead. So there's not really any point in buying this one unless you just really want it. And I can understand because it does look good, but you can probably save yourself the trouble and not buy this if you're running Ominous Nebula Zeldris, just because you're probably going to be running Trader Melee over him anyway, unless, I don't know, if you really want it and you're gonna use it, go for it, obviously. But yeah, I don't know. They're themed after the demonic beast, which is cool. Interested to see if they end up releasing one at some point for the white dog, because obviously Nebula's Eldris is themed after the black dog from the wolves. So hopefully, I'd love to see a white dog character theme, I guess. But yeah, they look cool. Really, really excited for those. They are obviously bringing back the Halloween costumes from the previous updates as well, so these two are really cool from last year. I did buy both of these as well. I have to say they're cool. I really like them. Returning costumes, I assume these are not on discount. These old school Halloween outfits for a lot of the old school characters, it looks like they're going to be on discount, which is good. I've really been hoping that they were going to release a cosmetic sale at some point during this celebration, but it's not looking like that's going to be the case. Hopefully we'll get one during the New Year's update or festival, because there's characters that I would love to invest into, but I can't justify it with, you know, spending an entire multi's worth of, you know, gems on a single UR cosmetic piece. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously, if you need any of these, like Brawler Bond, I did buy some cosmetics for Brawler Bond this week, but I mean, I don't really care about this set regardless anyway. Maybe I could have got it a little bit cheaper, but it is what it is. A lot of these other characters, I don't think you really need to invest into nowadays. Maybe Liz, if you use her for dogs or something like that. King is always one that's really nice to have completely maxed out, but I don't know if I would, I don't know, go out of my way to get any of these specifically, unless you just, you know, if you like the skimpy outfit for Merlin or something like that. That's completely understandable. It is what it is. This, honestly, I like this set for Gother, but I've already gotten so many cosmetic sets from Gother from playing the game that I literally couldn't justify buying this. I already have all of my Gother stuff maxed out at this point, so no need. And yeah, the rest of these characters are pretty bad or just terribly off meta, so no need. There is going to be a check-in event from they announced this in the dev notes. If you haven't seen that video, there's going to be giving away 100 free diamonds for the 50 million download celebration. So that's going to be happening this week, so you get 100 free diamonds from, you know, 7-day login, which is great. Special missions part 2, of course, you actually get a free copy of Blue Elaine here, which I personally think is probably one of the best Halloween units that we've got, or at least out of function, because you can use her in Red Demon. But I don't know. I would say maybe best unit, that might have came out incorrectly. I would say maybe Roxy or Shin, maybe even Red Slater. The Halloween Slater is pretty decent, I guess, in certain situations. But I do find this character useful, so it's kind of cool that they're giving her out, because last year they gave out Melly, which was good because I didn't have him, but bad because he's terrible. So yeah, you do get a free multi's worth of summon tickets, which is great, and a free copy of Elaine, which is cool. We're also getting a world quest, and some from the dev notes that they talked about, they said that they revamped this world quest and made it more interesting or better overall. I guess that's to be determined, but we shall see on that one, I guess. You also can get 2022 Happy Halloween box rewards. So list of items, get one random reward. So you get these just by playing through the quest. And it looks like you can get some gems out of it, which is always good. And it looks like the rest of these actually aren't terrible. I wouldn't mind getting any of these except for maybe the Awakening Stones and the treasure chests. But I would take the rest of these, so that's cool. Also going to be a bingo event. Honestly, it's just a lot of free rewards in this update, which is fantastic, honestly. Like, if you're skipping the banner, that means you don't have to spend any gems on top of. You get a whole bunch of free gems and stuff like that, and rewards and stuff in general, so that's good. Event rewards. So from the bingo, you get these as your main rewards. There's 3 of the card packs from the new set, a couple of SSR pendants, which is nice, and then these are the random rewards that you can sort of get. The event boss battle last year and the year before that, I think all of the Halloween times or Halloween events that they've done so far, it was you could do a Halloween version of Red, Gray, or Howlix Demon. But now they're updating it to where you can do OG Demon and Belmoth as a Halloween variant, which is good because obviously those are going to be more sought after materials. So that's great. And the clear count rewards, you actually get the Halloween outfit, the extra Halloween pieces for Melly's costume, and you get the one headpiece for Elaine, which is fine. Elaine doesn't have attack pieces at all, like she doesn't have a weapon or anything, so it's literally you just need this, and then once you get the character, you'll get the outfit for that. One SSR pendant, which is abysmal. Like, please up the rate of SSR pendants already. I'm dying here. More gems, which is fine. You do get the Gother cosmetic pieces if you haven't gotten those already. You get a Slater cosmetic and the Halloween Deanne cosmetic, which is okay, I guess, but that Halloween Deanne is pretty bad. You get a couple of Tavern cosmetics as well, which is good, because these are Season 3 Tavern cosmetics, which if you don't know, actually stack. Like, if you put on Tavern or Season 3 cosmetic or Tavern cosmetics, it actually stacks those effects with your Season 1 cosmetics that you have equipped. So just getting new Season 3 ones is great, because I already have my Season 1 cosmetics where I want them to be, so getting new Season 3 cosmetics is good, because then I can kind of figure out where I want those and stack those with my Season 1 ones, which are, I don't know, it's a very minimal increase, but it's an increase. Fort Solgar Special Dungeon is getting revamped, of course, for the half update. So it looks like you're not going to get a gem each clear this time, but you'll be getting a Super Awakening coin and a couple of small things here, which, it's whatever. Halloween Furniture return, so you get all of these from either the World Quest or the Event Boss Exchange. So you get an entire cosmetic set for Season 3 Tavern, which is good. So that's kind of nice. Brawl victory boxes are back. If you play Brawl at all, I know a lot of people don't. I do, surprisingly, for whatever reason, but they're basically taking out some of the bad rewards and replacing them with better ones, so that's good. Fight Festival event, so they're doing the 15 wins per week event again, so if you can get 15 wins in, just regular Fight Festival, whether it's geared or ungeared, you'll get a decent amount of rewards here, which is kind of nice. You get 2 SSR tickets, which is good, 2 SSR pendants, which is bad. That needs to be more. 6 Super Awakening coins, which isn't too bad, and a couple of, enhancement materials and stuff, along with some treasure chests, which is all right. Boosting events part 2, I don't know, they boost the crap out of stuff during festivals, so that's not any surprise. 1 new battle event, which is whatever. Fix the Icthornir Demonic Beast battle from crashing under certain circumstances. So this was actually a bug related to Jormungand's either passive or her relic, where if you were on the final floor and you were going to kill the deer and you activated her holy relic or her passive at the same time of you winning, it would basically just stalemate the game and the deer would just lay there dead forever. It actually happened in my holy relic video, which is really funny, so if you want to see that, you can go check it out, I guess. And then added items to the Fight Festival shop, so now you can buy demon food from there. We just need to get OG demon food at some point, which hopefully is soon, because I'm tired of farming that as much as I have to, just to get the materials that I'm getting. So OG demon food soon, please. Anyway, that is pretty much it for the update. Obviously, there's a lot of free stuff here. A banner that is not super worth going in on, so you don't have to worry about summoning on it if you don't want to. Obviously, if you really want the old Halloween units and stuff like that, you could give it a gamble, I guess. But I'll try to make a more in-depth, like, should you summon video tomorrow. And then we will probably do summons, because unfortunately I'm just not going to miss out on the character. I really hope to get her as soon as possible, but I will see you guys then. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you guys in the next one.